Thanks, Laura. David Crowe from the Sydney Morning Herald and the Age of Melbourne. Thanks for your speech, Minister. You had some quite alarming figures there on the number of cyber attacks that we're seeing. Can you put it in a budget perspective? Because over the last couple of years, there's been more money allocated to cyber defence of Australia in federal budgets. There was $9.9 billion in this year's budget. There were projects such as Red Spice. I can't remember what the acronym stood for, but it was funded. Now, are you banking that money and repurposing it all and putting it to other functions? Is any money being returned to consolidated revenue, or are you keeping all the funding that's been given there to your department over time? And given the scale of the challenge that you've outlined, are we going to need to spend more money on this over time?
Thank you. Thank you, David. Really good question. So I'm not in the habit of lavishly praising the former government, but one really important thing they did was make this Red Spice investment, which is run through the Australian Signals Directorate. It's a very important thing for the security of our country, and our government is 100% committed to it. We are not spending enough on cyber defence at the moment, and so one of my challenges is how we're going to address that problem. One of the elements of this that is going to be expensive is securing government infrastructure. We've talked a lot and thought a lot in the public sphere in recent months about cybersecurity in the private sector. Well, we've got to come at that discussion with a bit of humility, because government's got its problems too. And so part of the cyber strategy, one of the 4 goals, is to establish how we are going to lift and fund the security of Australian government infrastructure, and it is going to require more money.